Welcome everyone to a new restoration video. This one you can see is a small bench vise. I think 3.5 inch, only weighs about 15 pounds, but it's nice. Obviously dirty, you can see that. Picked this up, I think on Craigslist. I got it because it's made in USA actually. I'm not sure what brand it is. It kind of looks like a Wilton, but it's not. It doesn't actually have a brand name on there, which is strange. But you can see it's made in USA, so those are the magic words for me. So we're going to clean this up, strip it down, give it fresh paint. I'm not going to do much with the jaws. You can see those, looks like some sort of hex screw cap on the screws there. I'm not sure what those are, so I got no way of getting them out. So we're going to clean up the jaws. We're not going to remove them, but we are going to repaint it. We'll mask everything off. We've got that was a static jaw, obviously. This is the dynamic one, equally dirty, but in good shape. No cracks or anything like that. Same thing with those end caps, the jaws. I don't know what those bolts are. They look like something. It looks like a bat signal or something like that from Batman. So I'm not Commissioner Gordon, so I'm not going to be able to do much with that. The handle, we're not going to remove the handle either. I know, but the thing is, it's held in by this weird, very thick-looking cotter pin. If you take a look, see that's and the spring pushing against it, giving it tension. I did give that a tug, and it wouldn't come out that pin, so I figured the heck with it. If I can't get it out, it's going to be a pain to get it back in. It works, so we're just going to, like I say, paint this up, strip it down, paint it up. So why don't we get started in just a sec? This is going to be fun. All right, so we switched to helmet camera view. You can see I'm stripping this down right now with a wire wheel. Not much to really report on this. I mean, it's, boring stuff. This is on, what is it? This is on not an angle grinder, but a die grinder. So it's got good speed, I think 20,000 RPM, which is pretty fast. Fortunately, these wheels are rated for that speed. Otherwise, you'd see wires flying off left and right. So we're just going through this. We'll do a quick zoom, fast forward through this thing so you don't get too bored, but you get the idea. Just cleaning out every nook and cranny we can. Getting it nice and clean, getting in there. So I'm trying to get into those little divots, those little channels there, which are always the worst to clean out. So let's see what happens from here on out. Okay, so we got it stripped down. Raw iron here. Looks okay, but we're going to put some epoxy primer on here. Give it that corrosion resistance and really give it a solid foundation for the paint to stick to. So we'll do that in just a sec. All right, well, we put it in primer. I didn't film that part, but not to worry. We're going to show the filming of the color and the clear coat, so not to worry. But you see the nice gray, looks kind of white here, but it's gray primer. From, was it Summit Racing I got? I think Summit Racing primer, epoxy primer. You can see the Made in USA sticking out there. It's going to look great once we paint it blue, and then we're going to put some white highlights on the lettering. We'll get to that in a sec, but look at that nice base there. We got everything masked off that we needed to. Good, like I say, good solid foundation for paint to stick to. Very scratch resistant, very corrosion resistant too, so no chance of flash rust coming back. Nice and glossy. It's going to look great, so we'll put this out, get the paint ready, and we'll take a look at that in just a moment. All right, let's paint this sucker. What I'm using here is, again, Summit Racing. I believe they're bright blue metallic. You can see this is the second coat on this particular bit. This is, of course, the static jaw and the base. Just going through, I'm doing light bursts with the paint. I'm not going heavy. This is a detail gun also, not a full-fledged HVLP, spray gun. This one's I think got a 1.0, 1.2 millimeter tip, so it's low flow. The idea behind this is just get this on through multiple coats. You don't wind up with paint runs this way if you go this route. So just going back and forth. We'll also get to the base next. There we go. There's the swivel base right there. Again, light coats is the key. Nice and easy. Of course, I'm wearing the respirator while I'm doing this. No need to poison yourself. Again, short bursts works great. Let's see. There we go. Now it's the dynamic jaws turn. Notice I'm turning it over, giving it a good flip, making sure I'm getting every nook and cranny. Another reason to do short bursts on this. So you can get that paint right in those small recesses that you always tend to miss if you're not careful. So she's looking good there. So let's do a quick fast forward to the rest of this. All right, on to clear coat. Right now I'm using, I believe, a Summit Racing Clear. You don't need to clear coat your product here if you're using single stage urethane paint like I did. This just gives it a little gloss. It doesn't cost that much either. And you get a quart for, I don't know, 30 bucks with activator, and that goes a long way for small projects like this. And of course I got the respirator on. I don't want to breathe this stuff in. And I'm taking my time, hitting it, again, short bursts, getting every nook and cranny that we can get. Right now this is the swivel base. We'll move on to the dynamic jaw and the slide right now. Again, turning this over, getting every little bit. This is going to look so good and shiny when it's done. So we'll take it from here. Let's fast forward through, and then we'll show the final product. You're going to love it. And here it is, final product. Look at this thing, nice and glossy. Tough clear coat shine. Also clear coated the handle after I stripped that. That's right, it looks like bare metal, but it's got a layer of clear on there. Also the slide as well. On the inside, just look at that. I mean, it doesn't do it justice here. That Summit Racing Clear really makes a difference as far as giving it gloss and just toughness, more scratch resistance. Not that single stage urethane doesn't have plenty of that also, but you don't get this kind of reflectivity. Notice also the small anvil on this. I painted that with, I believe, Summit Racing Metallic Clear. Just hit that with the, what did I hit that with? An airbrush, actually. Just masked off everything else. Did that, and I think I clear coated that as well. Notice the hand lettering on there, the Made USA. That was just some testers enamel white. Let it dry for a day, and then the clear coat went on top of it. So again, it's very scratch resistant, so it looks great. All right, so we know what it looks like. Now let's open this up. See how smooth it is. Look at that. And again, the slide has also been clear coated. Not obvious here, but it is shiny. Just gives that little extra corrosion resistance. And you see this; these jaws open up pretty wide, considering this is, I think, a 3.5-inch vise. Nice and smooth. Notice I'm doing all this with one finger, opening that up. Closes up just the same. Nice and smooth. It's so great. Looks great, runs great, and it's made in the USA, which is even greater. So again, thanks for watching this. I hope you guys learned something from it. If anybody knows what brand this vise is, please put something in the comments. Otherwise, thanks again for watching, and good luck with your own restorations.